Hi everyone, Emily Letran here, speaker and high performance trainer. And I hope all of you have had a wonderful weekend celebrating Thanksgiving with your family. Actually, the weekend is still going on. I know some of us actually celebrate Thanksgiving, the day of Thanksgiving, with family, and then we celebrate Thanksgiving again. Some of us are calling it Friendsgiving. My kids did that with a couple of their friends, and then they do it with their friends. So it's been a whole long, at least 3 days of celebration. And we have about a month until the end of the year. Hopefully, you've been working hard all year long and you've accomplished a lot of your goals. I just came from a late lunch with some friends who come from Northern California, and they are all empty nesters, right? They have a lot of time on their hands, and they say they're semi-retiring, but they are still working, and one say they still need to work. So it makes me think about the exit strategy. As business owners, entrepreneurs, sometimes we don't think about when we should retire, right? People who work as employees, they tend to look forward to those years, 62, 65, 60, 67, whatever those years are. I don't even know. I think it's 65. But for me, I never really think about those. I have the exit strategy. I know when I want to quit working if I ever do that. It's more strategizing and know how much time I have to spend at work, whether I'm monitoring the work of other people, because of course I'm leveraging people, time, and effort, other people's time, other people's money, other people's effort. So sometimes I don't have to be there physically in my workplace. As I'm traveling and speaking, obviously, at this point I'm still traveling a lot, but at some point, maybe I can leverage that and will only be speaking online, communicating with the followers online, because I do expect to grow it at that point. And so a lot of things are going to be leveraged, a lot of things are going to just be automated. And then what's the exit strategy? When am I exiting? I actually don't see myself exiting at all. I do see how I'm going to work myself out of the business and let the business run, but I don't see myself just sitting at home, or actually the one about sitting on the beach and sipping whatever drink and just enjoying. That's pretty hard for me. I tried that on vacation. After about 2 days, drive me absolutely nuts, right? Or on a cruise or whatever. So that's why I'm not a fan of the cruise, because it's usually let's sit around the pool, or let's sit in the hot tub, or let's go and just sit and relax and do nothing, because it's hard for me. I like to be busy. If I'm on a cruise, I like to get off the boat and walk around. But that's me, right? So my exit strategy is entirely different from yours. Because your exit strategy may be sitting on the beach and don't have to do anything and just sell off the business and just take those proceeds. Some people say that their exit strategy is selling off let's say, the dental practice. That's their retirement. I don't see why selling the practice has to be part of your retirement plan. Your retirement plan should be set up independent of selling your practice. Maybe you can put associates in there and just let the thing runs, and you can manage it remotely. You can come in and say hi to everybody, and you can still get the proceeds or the money from there, and then you have a philanthropic cause, take the money there and go put it over there. So sometimes you're making money, it doesn't have to be for yourself. You're making money because you have other places to spend the money, and this may not be on yourself. So I've shared this in a couple of circles that my ultimate goal is to be a world famous philanthropist. It's not a dentist, it's not a speaker, it's not a coach. To be a world famous philanthropist. I used to say I want to be an Asian Oprah, but Dr. Marisa Pei is already the Asian Oprah, right? And when I say the Asian Oprah, I mean in the sense of philanthropy, not a talk show host, not a magazine, no, not any of those. At some point, I may be doing some of that, and that is just to get the message out. But I really don't see myself committed to specific schedule, like a talk show host, and always be doing that at a certain time, even recording it at a certain time every week. I'm a very spontaneous person. I like to just kind of create things on the go. I do drive a lot of people crazy, so I know that myself. I took the Kobe test. I make sure people who work closely with me take the Kobe test so we all understand each other, so we don't get on each other's nerves, and then we can work together with less conflict. So think about your strategy exit. How are you going to work yourself out of your current position? If you're an employee, I know you're going to have a certain time when you're going to be retiring. But then think, what are you going to do after you retire? If you have a lot of 401k, profit sharing money, or IRA money, what are you going to do with that money? And a lot of people say, oh, I'm going to live off of that money. Okay, so when we stop working, everything else stops. I mean, you stop working and then you're just going to sit around and do nothing? I don't know. I like to ask you to think a little bit more, to see what kind of contribution you can give to the world. Besides, right now you're contributing to the world by working, right? Producing something. But once you stop working, can you still contribute? Is that still important? Imagine being able to take your time to relax and doing the things you love, but at the same time impact other people's lives. You could be growing your own garden, right? At home, relaxing. That's what one of my friends were talking about. Yeah, now the two of us at home, we're just growing our own gardens. I'm thinking, what if I can go and help other people create their gardens? I know friends who go to back to Bangladesh, who help people create water system so they can have better water. Imagine you have better water, you have better lives, you can of course grow more things, right? So same concept, like the gardening, but can you go and do it somewhere else and impact other people's lives rather than just doing it in your home? And I'm only saying that if you want to do that, you don't have to, right? You live your life for yourself first. I totally believe in that. I just happen to come from that mindset, from my backstory, that I like to help other people because a lot of people have helped me. I like to touch a lot of lives because I have seen in my 25 years running my office that I have touched so many lives. Sometimes I don't even know. I went to a kind of a party a couple weeks ago, and this one lady came up to me and say, oh, it is so nice to see you in person. We're friends on Facebook. And of course I smile, and I don't remember who she is, but apparently she's been touched by my message and she's following me on Facebook. So imagine things like that, how you can create impact, how you can touch people's lives, but make that part of your exit strategy. Because the exit strategy is not the end of work life and do nothing. If you choose to do so, that is certainly your choice. But for me, I don't see that at all. I don't see myself quitting work. I don't even know what work I'm going to do. I don't have any intention of selling my dental practice. I don't have any intention of stopping to speak and share my message and be part of great organizations like CEO of Space. I don't see myself stopping doing things. I do see myself at some point having even more time to travel, to contribute, to meet people, to touch people's lives, and hopefully to be able to impact more lives. Not just the lives that I'm touching today in my dental office locally, or the lives of the people of the country that I travel to while I share my message. Because at some point, if I can just share that virtually, then I can touch even a lot more lives. I encourage you to think of your exit strategy this week. This weekend. It's almost the end of the year. Might as well think about the end of your work life, quote unquote, and make some plans. Jot down some dates. Maybe by this date, I'm gonna stop working. But then, in order to do that, by this date, 6 months before, a year before, I need to delegate all the work. I need to transition out. I need to bring in a partner so I can have more free time for myself. That I'm not tied up to the work, to the company. Those are all exit strategy. It doesn't have to be, I quit, I sell, I don't do anything else. Because some of us, with our entrepreneur blood, we're gonna get bored. We're gonna want to do other things. I know one of the doctors, Dr. Williams, he's a little bit older, and he practices 1 day a week, and he's traveling the world, and he's coaching. And at his age, a lot of people who are employees will probably be so happy that they can just stay home, wake up in the morning, drink coffee, and then just hang out in the backyard, and then eat lunch and eat dinner. But he's a very, very active gentleman, doctor, and he's still practicing 1 day a year. I met a dentist. He was in his 80s several years ago back at TBSC, which is one of the dental conference in Vegas, and he's still practicing. And honestly, I'm not sure if he can see very well at 85 years old. It's gonna be pretty hard to fix teeth. But he was in a wheelchair because he's not real strong. But other than that, he was just full of life. Or maybe just that day he wasn't real strong. I mean, he got up on stage and he spoke, and I was just so impressed. I want to be like that when I'm 85 years old. I'm going to be turning 50 next year, and I'm already feeling like there's a lot more to do. There's a lot more that I got to do to impact the world, to help people. I don't see myself sitting around in 15 or 17 years when I'm at the age 65, 67, which is the age where people not want to kick back, but want to just relax and retire. So I challenge you to set up your strategy exit, or to think about your strategy exit, and set up some dates and work, reverse engineer and work backwards and see when you have to do certain things in order to have that in place. So it's not going to be, oh, I'm retiring now I need to sell this business, and then what am I going to do after that? Or I'm just going to go buy a house in Florida, or wherever it is that you want to go buy a house, and then just sit around and enjoy. Because for some of us, especially for some of you who've been following me, I know you're just like me. You like to do things. You like to touch people's lives. You like to help people. And I bet you cannot sit around when you retire. So work on those exit strategies right now, and be prepared to enjoy life forever. Whether you're working 5 days or you're working 1 day. Because you know that you're making a lot of difference in other people's lives. You live for yourself, but you make a lot of difference in other people's life. And that's my goal, and that's what I intend to do. Hope you have a great rest of the weekend with your family. I'm gonna head out and take my son to the YMCA. It's funny, it's the weekend and things just happen. Kids need things to do. And then later on, my daughter is going out with her friends. So when these little people grow up, I gotta figure out how to occupy my time, and that's where I'm already planning on that. So no surprise, empty nester, okay? Not knowing what to do with your time when the kids are not around. You plan it just like you plan your daily life, you plan your daily schedule, you plan your monthly schedule, you plan your retirement, you plan your exit strategy. Don't wait until 3 years before, 5 years before to plan it. Plan it now. And if you're almost real close to that, well, start today. Start planning today. No surprises. Nice surprises is good. Surprise where it stress you out, those are not good. And a lot of times you can avoid those kind of surprises by planning. So have a great weekend, everyone, and share your exit strategy with me if you like. Just comment on this below this Facebook Live. Just comment and we'll see who has the best strategy exit. Okay? We'll talk to you later.